Good afternoon. We're very excited. We've been competing in this competition for a long time, and we know how important it is to get to a final and to have the opportunity to be here. We've had a brilliant season. I think we deserve to be here. We are full of desire. We're thrilled to be here, and we want to win. I played in the Champions League for the first time 8 years ago, my first final, but I didn't win that one. I hope to win tomorrow. Some of us, it might be the first, or Marcelo and other players, it could be the fifth, but we all have that desire to win and make history for Real Madrid. A question for Marcelo. After the game tomorrow, if Real Madrid win, would you prefer a statue or a new contract if you could choose? Everyone knows how passionate I am about Real Madrid. It's the club of my life. Fluminense was where I started out, and they gave me everything to be able to become a footballer, and Real Madrid has also given me everything. I'm not going to say now. I don't think I need a statue. My history has been made at Real Madrid. Whether I stay or not, I've given everything here. I don't think it makes much sense to have a statue, but we will see what happens after the final. A question for all three of you. The UEFA president, Seferin, said that Karim Benzema is one of the best players in the world and possibly one of the most underrated players of all. What have you made of him? Of course, he used to be a bit of a quiet player. Now he's one of the main men, one of the captains. What do you make of Karim Benzema? We all know about the quality that Karim Benzema has and his leadership skills. He's not just having an amazing season this year, he's been doing that for a very long time. He's a leader in our team, and I don't need to say any more about that. He shows that with his character, with his presence, and he helps the team so much. It's not just this season that he's helped the team with his performances, and he plays beautiful football. Going back to my first stint at Real Madrid, Karim Benzema has always had so much character, but he's grown in that department, and but his quality hasn't changed. He's always been very humble as well. A question for Carlo Ancelotti. How much does it help you to head into the game after a period of rest, having not been competing for a title like Liverpool have, as they have Thiago, Fabinho, Van Dijk, all with question marks, but you don't have any issues in the squad with fitness? We had a problem in 2014 when we headed into the final with a few players at risk, but they managed it in the end. If players are injured, they can't play. If the Liverpool players play, it means they don't have an injury. They might not have been at their best in training over the last few days, but I don't think that will affect their performance. It's a final, it's the last game of the season, and they are going to give everything. I don't think that will affect the outcome of the game. Jurgen Klopp was here earlier. Jurgen Klopp was talking about the pitch, and they've changed it this week. Yes, I knew they were going to change it, but we haven't been out there yet. We haven't trained yet. I don't think it will be an issue. He said that it wasn't that good, not the best pitch for a Champions League final. I can't judge that or say if he's right or not because I haven't been out on the pitch yet. I'm not silly. I couldn't see you there. Last year, you were at Everton, and now you're preparing for a Champions League final. What a contrast. It is a big contrast. I've thought about that, how things were very different last year, and then there was a phone call with Jose Angel and the president. That this year feels like a long time. I'm treating it naturally. Getting to this final is a big success for us. We know how demanding this club is and all about the club's history. It's been a big feat to get to this point. We think we've had a very good season and we are very close to achieving something huge this season. We are very calm in the camp. I'm here to manage the game with the veteran players helping the younger ones to have a good atmosphere around the squad with lots of excitement and confidence running through the ranks. What's the difference ahead of this final compared with the one in Lisbon? Do you feel anything different in terms of the squad, the opposition, the atmosphere? There's a story behind every game, different strategies as well. I see the same level of motivation. Maybe we're a bit less worried this time around, because ahead of the game in Lisbon, for everyone associated with Real Madrid, that was the start of a long run of success. So the build-up is different this time around compared with the one before Lisbon. A question for Carlo Ancelotti. I'd simply like to know if you are happy. Me? No, I'm very sad. I've really enjoyed it this year. I've enjoyed my time at this club with these players. I'm still enjoying it. I'm very happy today, very calm. I'm full of confidence. I might get a bit worried tomorrow afternoon. But you fight against those worries through the players because they are filling me with confidence. A question for Thibaut Courtois. You've spoken very clearly in the past. If you look back to the final in Lisbon, you know what it means to face Real Madrid. What do you think the Liverpool players will be thinking this evening when they look at Real Madrid tonight and the fact that the club has won the Champions League 13 times? They played a final against Real Madrid in 2018. It's different for me. We know that when Real Madrid play in finals, they win them, and now I'm on the right side of that. A question for Carlo Ancelotti. What sort of game would suit Real Madrid? A slow one, a fast-paced one, or would that make Liverpool favourites? What sort of game would suit your team? I think our approach has to be about showing our qualities and what we've shown throughout the season. We have to replicate that tomorrow. We have shown this season that this team is fully committed. We have lots of individual quality. The players who have come on have always done well and made the difference. That's what we have to show. I think Liverpool will want to play with intensity, as that's their quality. They also have lots of individual quality and can get in behind the defence. I think that's what they will want to do. And then there's what we want to do. That's where the game will be decided. Whichever team shows more quality will come out on top. A question for the boss. I don't know if you've decided on your lineup yet. Yes, I have. Could you tell us? No? Do you know it, Marcelo? All of it? I think so. I haven't told them, so I can't tell you. A question for all three of you. Which moment is the one with the most nerves? The night before, getting on the bus? When do you feel the most nervous? Since we've got to the final, I've started feeling nervous because we know what it means to play in a final and defend this club's honour, as well as what can happen in a final. It gradually increases. As the coach said, overnight you start having worries, and that's normal. But since the day I knew we'd reached the final, I've felt euphoric. Marcelo, what's your message for Brazilians watching the Champions League final, and many of them will be supporting you? Having Brazilians in a Champions League final is always a source of pride for our country. The more Brazilians that play in this competition, the better and the happier I am. My message for Brazilians watching the match tomorrow is that I hope you will enjoy the Brazilian players and a great football match and a Champions League final that I think will be fantastic.
I have a question in French for Thibaut Courtois. In fact, I've got two of them. The first is the following. What are you going to do to ensure that your defence, the last back line, isn't threatened by Liverpool? We know just how strong they are up front, and we know that Real, despite the fact that you're able to claw these games back, how are you going to ensure that they don't get and break down that line? Let's talk about Karim now. Karim's had an extraordinary season. Tell us about what you think of him, and what about this possibility for him to win a fifth final? defense is something that the whole team needs to get stuck in. It's not just about the back line. It's not just about the defenders. Everyone needs to defend. All 11 players need to get behind that ball to defend. And we know that exactly what Liverpool are made of. We have worked with this. And for Karim has got even better. He's gone from strength to strength. He keeps scoring. And he's actually someone that pushes the team to victory, even when we're going through difficult issues. His pressing, he's a player who doesn't stop running. Even when we're being tested, even when it's trying, I think that we've seen exactly what he's made of this season as well. Thank you very much.
It will be your 5th Champions League final tomorrow. You've reached so many finals as a coach, and you've won 3 of the previous 4. Do you dream about them the night before? This is something you dream about, but you can't control it. It's my 5th final. I have good memories of all of these finals. It's a bit strange to think about it, but I think the best one was the final against Liverpool in 2005, but we lost it at AC Milan. I'm not going to tell the players to play badly tomorrow, because of course we want to give our best, but anything can happen in a final. We have to be ready for everything. We've had time to prepare well for it. I think we head into it in very good shape. We're going to give our best, of course. But I'm not convinced that is enough to win it. That will give us a better chance if we play better. As for whether that's enough, I don't know. Because there are things you can't control in football. It's my 5th final, and there's always a similar feeling in the build-up. It's always fantastic to be involved, and you have to enjoy it without thinking too much about what might happen. We have to enjoy it until the referee blows the whistle. Then it will be another story that will be written. A question for Courtois and Marcelo. Throughout the season, we've heard Carlo speak very happily about the dressing room and how easy it is to coach you. Now that he's here, what would you say to him? I have known the boss for I don't know how many years now. 8 years. I've been lucky enough to be coached by him. He understands the game very well. He knows how to manage the dressing room. It's normal that everyone wants to play and be involved, have important roles, but this season, from my point of view, we've hardly had any problems in that regard, and I think that's down to the coach, because he keeps us calm, he tells us the truth, and that helps us stay calm and have confidence to work hard. We all want to be important, and we are all important. I think Marcelo has said it all. There are great team dynamics here because of the coaching staff. We train very hard. We know decisions need to be made by the coaching staff in terms of who plays and who doesn't. The coach is doing a great job there. Everyone has got to play, and that's why we are where we are. Hi, Carlo and the players. You spoke about the positive energy in this team, and you can see that even with Marcelo, who hasn't played that much, the team is still calm and has managed to get through difficult ties in this competition. Why do you think this team deserves to be the Champions League winners? And for the players, why does the coach deserve to win a 4th Champions League? I think we deserve to be in the final because of everything I said earlier. First of all, our quality, because if you don't have individual technical quality, you can't reach the final. Quality isn't enough in football nowadays. Talent isn't enough. You have to try to combine that talent with everyone's quality, coming together and making a committed team. This club's history has pushed us forward during tough moments, and that's why we have deserved to be in the final. As for deserving to win it, we have to deserve it tomorrow. There is no other way.
Asking my question in French. After the last game of this season, I imagine that there will be a lot of debate with regards to the transfer market that is going to be unfolding. Some people are saying that you are thinking about Sadio Mane and he'll be up for grabs. Is this a player that has caught your eye and could be interesting for you for the next season? And what are your thoughts on him as a footballer, but also as an opponent? I can say that you're very brave. You're very brave talking about the transfer window today. Congratulations. I am not here to talk about players from other teams. What I can say is that he's a great player.